I just asked my phone a question about my life and it knew the answer. Have you ever noticed how you're on some of the big AI models and they just have limited knowledge about you? They might know a few things, your name, they have a limited memory, but you need to transfer what limited memory you have in one model or one website to another, and there's no central source for all your knowledge and all your history. It's like having sticky notes on about 5 different desks with the same thing and different things going on. There's no coordination. Well, I want to show you Brain Tap or Brain on Tap, which solves that. What we've done, we've created a central database which has all your knowledge. It has your personal knowledge, your family knowledge, your professional knowledge, all in one place. And that's your personal database. And all these things feed off each other and feed together. And the AI and the model we use understands and connects all the dots for that information and coordinates everything. So this is Brain on Tap, the dashboard, and you'll see how the summary of various things within your Brain on Tap dashboard. It's a web interface. There's no software to download. It can be accessed on a desktop, a laptop, a phone, and you've got your calendar schedules, your family information, your tasks, maybe your portfolio if it's in there, follow-ups, and the like. So we have a number of different sections to this. We have what we call the planner. So in here, it's like a project planner. So you've got things like a Kanban board where you can move your projects around. You've got tasks, views, you've got a list view, a to-do view, a calendar that you can link to your Gmail calendar. And then you've got your family planner. So in here, you can put your family members and the activities they're involved with. So if you've got children, you can put in their children's classes when they are, what they need to do and take with them. Other family members, you can store items about family that you need to store in one place and have to hand all in one handy location. We have a calendar view. So here this links with your Gmail calendar and also your family calendar. So you can see if there are any clashes and see what overlaps and what tasks you need to do. We have a documents area. Here you can store important household and family documents. So contracts, insurance, anything that you want to have to hand that you don't always have, but you sort of, it's really useful when you need it, you need it. And then we have a CRM, a customer relationship database, and still in the beta version, but if you click on it, you'll see the details, contact details, social media details and links and the like, and the scoring for leads. We have the biz card area. This again is in beta and under development still, but to give you a bit of a preview, you can put in your contact details, your social media links, and it'll create a mini web page that's linked to a QR code and in the future possibly to a business card people can scan or get for an NFC card. That is very much under development at the moment, and this will be customized in the formatting or be enhanced beyond what we've got here. We have an investments page. I won't go into the details of that because I've got my own investments in there, but you can put in your portfolios, you can put in the metrics you want to measure against, you can put in the prices. You can put in alerts in there. I have alerts on mine. So if my share price moves or prices move more than a certain percentage a day, I get an alert. I also get an update on my portfolios at various times during the day. That all goes through, can be accessed on my mobile. It goes to WhatsApp and Telegram at the moment. We'll be in future integrating that with other social media channels, including Slack. And that's probably the best demo that I'll show you at the end is how we integrate that to your mobile phone so it's in your pocket. But hold on to the end and we'll show you that. Expenses. If you want to record expenses, be they home expenses or work expenses and keep a tab of them, you can add them in here. Click on here and you upload your expenses. These can also be added by your mobile device, by voice or typed or uploaded into your mobile. You can set your meals if you like in here and create a shopping list. Other goals you might want to add in here as well. And then we have a chat function so you can interrogate your data. So we have this database with all your knowledge in there. So it's your personal knowledge, your family knowledge, and your professional knowledge. So in here, for example, you could ask a question, what's my schedule for today? And we'll add that into there. And it accesses your knowledge database with your calendar and your family planner. And it comes up with my schedule, my children's activities, and it's flagged without being programmed. It's flagged an overlap here and told me that some overlaps and some task deadlines I've got coming up. And there's some conflicts it's picking up here. It also picks up my emails in terms of notifications. I get email summaries sent to my WhatsApp and to Telegram can be sent there as well. I can read my emails It gives me a summary of them, and I can reply and respond to emails via my WhatsApp and Telegram. Other ones here, here's a use case chat function. I did this in advance because it takes a few seconds and the video a few minutes to process just to save time. I've asked it for fun to generate an image of a Smurf meditating at sunset. It's given me the option. It has a number of different models on there, both large language models for chat, but also for image and video generation. So it's given me some pros and cons of each one and approximate costs. I've asked it to produce this with the Flux 1.1 Pro model, and we got this fun image of the Smurf meditating. I then asked it to produce a video, and it's given me some options for video models and the approximate cost. I chose one of those models. I chose the Kling 2.6, and it produces rather fun video of a Smurf meditating at sunset. This one's without voice, but you can put voice and sound on them as well. And I've created a function called a virtual twin. Now, this can be programmed in two ways. It can either be your own personal knowledge in there, or I can give you access to my personal knowledge. In my personal knowledge, so if it was your knowledge, we would upload all your knowledge, your files, your documents, your work, your notes. So you have access to that, and it can be interrogated by any AI model. So what we're using here is the latest AI models, but models change and improve the whole time. So by having your own central database with all your knowledge in there, you can move it to connect to the latest model that's working. Connect it to any model. You can even take that data, like your CRM data, and for an API or MCP, take it into other apps and the like. So you're not reliant on lots of different apps with unconnected data sources. You've got one true data source of your personal and professional information and your own database that you can own. And that can be piped into different apps and used through here. So with mine, I've got 16,000 documents around marketing, digital marketing, business growth, consultancy, and investments. So I've also got over 200 books summarized, top books in the field of marketing, business growth, and a bit of psychology in there. I've worked with a number of the top people in the world of internet marketing and marketing. I've got what I've learned from those. I personally spent tens or hundreds of thousands of pounds on training and mentorships. Those have all been condensed in here and are accessed through our proprietary knowledge system that's based on the top knowledge-based models at the time, and combining some of our own unique methods of accessing that information. So we've got over 1,000 frameworks in there, and they can all be accessed and related. So we have the books, we have the mentorship knowledge and personal notes, and then that can be applied using AI to relevant situations. So I've given an example here just to save time. I've chosen as an example an accountancy business, and I've said we've got an accounting practice that works with small businesses, local businesses, and they want to run a webinar for promoting their services. So I have some ideas and frameworks. It's come up with a suggested framework and some suggested content for those webinars. I then asked it, are there other webinar frameworks? Give me the pros and cons. And it's gone through some of the other webinar frameworks we've got in there and given the pros and cons. It still recommends the one that it had. So I've said to it, okay, fine. We'll use what you've recommended, the framework, the UBS framework, and the content that you recommended, the 7 hidden costs of killing your small business profits. I then asked it to create a webinar funnel, the landing pages for that. So I've asked it to make a wireframe. So it's made some outlines of those. But then I've asked from that to make some HTML pages for that webinar funnel using the branding. In this case, I've used my own brand on tap, but you can have a file in there programmed with your own branding in there. So it always uses that. Or you can put other companies' brandings in there. And so that's done for me. And it's produced me this landing page here, which we open up for full screen. I think looks fairly good. So we've got this landing page signing up for the webinar, and then go back into here, and then we go back into the thank you confirmation page. So here it's got the confirmation page. It can be tidied up and improved, but it's a very good starting point, and that can be passed on to your developer, or we've got other models and people who can put that into a framework. So the advantage of this is in the benefits, you've got this one unified source of knowledge on your phone. You don't need to have different sources of data, some updated, some not updated. You can update your data either through the web interface, or you can do it through your phone. So you can send something through WhatsApp or Telegram, and in future other channels such as Slack and the like, and it has access to that. So you might be out in town and you suddenly realize, I need to remember to collect my dry cleaning, and you just send a voice note to your phone saying, remember my dry cleaning on Friday, and it'll add it to your calendar. In fact, in terms of the web side of it, it connects a lot of the information. So I had a situation here where it picked up my diary and it told me I had a conflict without me programming it to do that, and suggested that my wife could cover the thought I couldn't connect. And now that's really proactive intelligence. And then we also had another situation when I had a party I booked and it clashed with another event called Scram. So I had to cancel the Scram and put in the birthday party. And so I asked it to have to remove change the calendar appointments, but put it a to-do item to let Emily know that I can no longer come to Scram. However, the date changed the party. So I then cancelled the party and changed the date and put the Scram back in. And on its own accord, its own reasoning, it picked up that now I don't need to cancel Scram with Annalie. And it said, should I change that to-do item that you don't need to tell Annalie anymore, completely on its own and its own intelligence. So we're now at the very early stages of this. We're developing it. We're in the beta stage. This is just the start, and it's only going to get better and better and more powerful as we develop this and build this out. So we're looking to see if any founding members would like to come and join us. The way it will work, leave a comment below and we'll have a chat, see if it's appropriate, discuss all the knowledge you have and how we can combine that and put that together. Those who join us now, we will have a founding members price, which will be the cheapest we're ever doing this at, and it'll be locked in. And in return, we'd like to get your feedback on the system because we want to improve it and make it even better. So we're looking for a few people. We do have limited spaces. We can't work with lots of people just purely because we don't have the time available to set everybody up and work with them and improve and get feedback from everybody. So we are looking for a limited number of people. So if you are interested, or if you know somebody's interested, please share this with them. Put a comment below and we'll get in touch, and we'll jump on a call and discuss how we can build your knowledge base so it's personalized to you and that you can have the best resource to work on our Brain on Tap system.